Hello and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. So we have to go help out one of the kids, one of the brothers of one of like the street kids or whatever, because apparently he's accused of committing murder. So let's actually go to the street first. Let's go investigate the crime scene before we go chat to the kid. Let's go see if we can go prove his innocence. I'm still really wanting to know, what is the story with these merry men? I can't figure it out. Who are they? Why are they here? What is their role in everything in here? You know, they just keep on popping up into the middle of the story. They're just there. You know, I think what was it, like the third case or something? There was a thing about like a couple of guys who were like found just naked on a boat or something, and they said the merry men had raided their ship. Yeah, I really want to know what's going on with that. So hopefully we'll actually learn a little something here. But alright, so this is the area. So let's see, who can I talk to? Where can I go? Okay, so I can't really go behind the carriage. Alright, what about you? No, I also can't. Okay, so I pretty much am stuck going this way. Watson.
Holmes, poor little Wiggins needs our help.
Yeah, he does. So let's go see. What kind of stuff can I find out and around here? Hello. Okay, so that's where the killing was. Constable, how are you doing? Or deputy, whatever they called you. I don't know, dude in the weird hat. How about that? Yeah, it's the first time I'm playing this today, so it's probably going to load a little
Please,
slower.
Gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Marrow. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
Okay, so let's learn. Who are the victims?
Who were the victims?
The two men here, both shot. The stabbed fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
Okay, so a thug and a jeweler, okay?
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
Okay, what did they tell us?
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Okay. That isn't proof at all, but alright, what about the shots?
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
Alright, so that's cover. What was the story with the fireworks?
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course.
Okay, what about the half-moon details?
Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Okay.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your
Huh.
statements have been of great value to me.
So, I mean, the real question would be seeing maybe if the bullets looked like they entered going top up to down. Maybe he shot down at them. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, Mr. Vercotti, I think you were the slug. You were the thug, right?
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant.
All right. What else do we got here? We have... Oh, the wound.
The bullet penetrated his stomach.
Ugh.
A dreadful wound.
Yeah, that would be a bad way to go, Jesus. Let's see. What about his other hand? He has a...
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vercotti must have done some time there.
Okay, so he was a former felon.
Brian Vercotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
Yeah, getting shot in the stomach or getting shot in the liver are apparently both horribly bad ways to go. Okay, Mr. Butler, you're a jeweler. Where were you shot? Oh, in the head. Okay.
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
Okay. Let's see. What... Oh, okay. What is this? This is a key of some kind.
Ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
Yeah, so do I. Okay. What is... A piece of wood is stuck in the
A piece
floor.
of wood that is stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
What is...
This shard of wood is quite new.
Alright, so we have a piece of wood and we have a key. I wonder what that piece of wood is related to. Maybe he... Okay. So that's Wiggins. Or something about him seems off. I'm not sure if it's just like, if he just looks like a scaled down adult or what, but... Okay, so, Mr. Turner, you and I need to have a word.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
Yeah, okay, so first things first, let's go take a look at him. So, what can we learn about this gentleman? There is a... Okay, so he's a vet, alright. Probably like a lot of British men at the time. Missing buttons. Okay, he's a little bit poor. Okay, so he may be busted. Yeah, his leg might have been fucked up a bit from the war.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Okay, anybody else?
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
Okay, how did he hear 2 shots over the fireworks?
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment.
Okay, then what did you do after?
Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Okay, so what do I have information-wise? So, different shots in the Well, let's see. Turn it here. Damn it. Turn his view in the window. What does this tell us? Mr. Turner stated that he remained at the window as flat until the police arrived. However, this is in conflict with Marrow's statement as the constable did not see anyone at the window. So there are conflicting statements at work here. But okay, those are not related according to Holmes. Alright, let's back out of here. I mean, I guess maybe if it was dark, or one of these two is mistaken. Okay. Can I go down here? Can I go chat with the flower lady before I go talk to the kid? Yeah, here we go. Polly Powell, I need to have a word with you. Let's go see what she can tell us.
Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Alright, so first things first, let's take a look. So
Thank
she's...
you, Mrs. Powell.
I must have clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's check. Let's just do our visual analysis. Oh, we can do one. Oh, interesting. Okay, testimony.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Okay, did you hear any shots?
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Okay, anything else? Or anyone else?
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street, prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My
Okay.
thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Alright, so... investigate the crime scene and talk to witnesses is completed. Let's see, can I go down here? Okay, nope, so this... and I'm going to assume that going down there is the same thing. Yeah, Jesus, that fucking smog. Alright, let's go have a word with Wiggins. Can we talk to him at all? Wiggins? Come on, buddy.
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
Alright. Yeah, I need to talk to you again, I think. Need to check out your flat.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime, is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Okay, but Turner's contradiction here.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly.
Okay, so let's see. What's going on in the fireplace here?
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
Yeah, okay, there's a fire, there's something... Huh, okay, what does the paper tell us?
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here.
Alright, can I...
These words are illegible. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
Weird, okay, how is he... Yeah, what's exactly the story here? Okay, that's just a newspaper. Okay, what about the table here? Okay, we got our table. What? Huh.
There are pieces
Okay.
of shredded paper scattered over the table.
What is he... Okay, so he chopped up some paper and
This
stuff.
kitchen knife is quite sharp. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
I mean, okay, that doesn't really mean anything. Maybe he had, like, some old checks or something, but okay.
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
Yeah, here, let's go take a look. Let's go see what...
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window. The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
Did the thug... Okay, my theory. The thug robbed the jeweler. The kid maybe had a weapon, and he shot the thug to stop it, but it was too late. Maybe that's it. Okay, hello.
A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
I mean, that doesn't really tell us anything, honestly. That just means that at some point he used his walking stick to walk around outside of his
The
house.
books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here, a short while ago.
I mean, nothing but conjecture and, like, circumstantial evidence. Okay, let's see. What else do we got going on here? What's the story with his bed, I guess? Looks kind of uncomfortable.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
Okay. Determine the correct sequence of events. Okay, so he got it from the bed. He opened the window. Maybe he cut the papers, he threw something, and then he placed the broken stick? Let's see if I have this right. So he gets up. He goes over to the window. I mean, that would make sense, right? Now he goes over there and he does whatever. He looks down at the bodies. I wonder who that is. That's... Oh, hang on. I think I'm missing something. Yeah, because there's that. But again, that doesn't tell me. That doesn't tell me anything, does it? Yeah, I'm gonna just fast forward through here. Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything, though. I mean, he could have done that, then he would go on down. But yeah, again, like, why... Sorry, my fucking throat. I'm gonna take a quick drink here.
No, it didn't happen this way.
Yeah, but I mean, again, he could have broken that stick at any point. We would need to ask him, be like, oh, what happened to your walking stick? And if he says, you know, oh, I broke it a week ago doing a thing. Okay, so let's try. So he got out of bed. Maybe he opened the window, approached the body, placed the stick, cut the papers, and then he threw it into the fire, maybe? Yeah, let's see if that works. Because, yeah, I mean, if not, I'm just going to kind of start going random. Like, obviously, he had to cut the papers before he threw things in the fire. But, yeah, this is... I mean, this isn't even, like, remotely scientific. This is just... Yeah, this is just him having... I mean, I'm basically making up a series of events and just claiming that they're true.
Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
Sure, I guess. Okay, so here's the... What does he go? So he cut out... He cut out the center?
Prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look.
Alright, so, I mean, again, right, wouldn't he...
Well now, what
Hello.
a find. A precious jewel, concealed inside a book.
Okay, what are
A
these?
bracelet with unique ram's head design. A distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
Alright, so, yeah, Mr. Turner, what did you... What exactly is the story here? Yeah, why did you take this?
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
Can you? What about your limp?
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something, or someone, in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
I mean, he's not wrong, but okay, tell me the whole truth, buddy. What happened?
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Okay, but what about the bracelet?
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then, and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window, as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna hold that against him too much. You know, he's a poor dude. He probably just, yeah, he needed the money. Okay. So let's go, I'm not gonna worry so much about going and talking to Chapman or whatever his name is, talking to the kid. I'm going to go ahead and investigate this first. I want to find out more about this bracelet. I want to find more about all the information I can before I go ahead and talk with him. I want to have a complete story. Because, I mean, there's a number of ways that this could have been. Yeah, it's very weird to have both a headshot and a gut shot. I mean, it wouldn't be the craziest thing, I guess, but... Okay, so let's see. Research. An antique bracelet. Maybe... I don't think it's any of these. Nothing about a newspaper, maybe an encyclopedia? Let's see. Greek history? No. Wouldn't be medicine. Okay, here we go. These beautiful antique jewels represent a part of the Hellenistic treasures collection. Depicted are the 5 heads of mountain rams upon a bracelet, necklace, and ring, each made of pure gold. The 5 rams of Mytilene have been missing from the museum since 1885.
Here it is.
Interesting. Okay, so this is the five
I need
rams.
to continue my research in my archives.
Okay, so we have an article about the antiques. Missing from the museum since 1885. Maybe there's a, yeah, Hellenistic treasures stolen. A treacherous theft. The Hellenistic treasures were stolen yesterday evening while being transported by cab on their way from the British Museum to the Glasford Fine Art exhibition. Pawnshop owner Kenneth Butler contacted Scotland Yard that night and provided information regarding a gentleman who had attempted to sell him a collection of historical art at his pawn shop in Church Street. The police have since captured the described man, a professional thief by the name of Vincent Foley, who had been in the process of escaping London via the port. He was recognized by the surviving driver of the cab that had transported the collection of Hellenistic treasures. Vincent Foley refused to confess as to where the remainders of the treasures were hidden. He was eventually imprisoned, and the lost treasures are still to be found.
Here it is. One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
Okay, yeah, let's go to the pawn shop quick. I want to know more about what's happening here. There's something going on. There's something big happening here. Kenneth Butler. I don't think any of the other victims or anything had a name related to that. So that name might just be, for some reason, triggering a sense of memory for me, and I don't know why. Okay, so I guess Watson is going to leave us here just to hang out on our own. Where is the pawn shop? Oh, okay, this is just how we leave. Okay, so I'm looking for... Oh, okay, so here it is. Yeah, this is Butler's pawn shop. Let's try the key.
Mr. Butler's key matches the lock perfectly.
Okay. So yeah, let's look around. Let's be thorough. What am I gonna find?
Crampons and a sharp ice axe would only be brought here by a mountaineer.
Okay. Let's see. So the countertop. Yeah, we open that up here. Okay, what about back on the shelves? Is there anything?
A flare pistol. Perhaps it was pawned by a destitute sailor.
It's actually pretty advanced stuff. It's more than I would have expected for this time frame. Okay, what else? Okay, what's here on the counter? Some books? Oh, hello. What are you? It's one of the heads.
The ram's heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 rams of Mytilene collection. Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft. It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
Alright, so what's the letter here? Hello, Kenneth. I remember you once told me about 3 pieces of golden jewelry with ram heads from ancient Greece. You still have them, right? Well, good news for you. I found a man loaded with money who's crazy about those jewels. He's ready to fork out a small fortune. I can arrange a meeting with his money bag for you, but I want you to cut me in on the deal. I'll be waiting for you at the crossing of Great Alley and Half Moon Street on Sunday evening before the fireworks, and that's Brian Vercotti. Yeah, so these guys, they somehow had a relationship. Okay. They knew each other. Let's see. So what does this tell me? The search for the missing Hellenistic treasures could be the motive for the crime that was committed at Half Moon Street. Mr. Turner picked up the bracelet directly after the murder, but the ring is still missing. Okay. I still don't know. Yeah, none of these things seem to be related to each other yet, so I'll sit on these a little bit, and we'll just go ahead and wait and see. Okay, anything else, or have I... Yeah, okay, so I think I just need to go off to Scotland Yard, and we need to have a word with the kid. Yeah, we need to find out a little bit more about what happened here. Because something's going on. Yeah. Oh boy, this is getting complicated. Okay, so What are we gonna learn here from Chapman? Let's go see what we
Mr.
can do.
Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
Okay, so a couple of, usual stuff.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Knowing Holmes, probably drugs. Most likely drugs. Okay, let me go take a look. What is... Yeah, here we go. Okay, so there's a Webley revolver.
These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting.
There's an apple.
A cheap watch. Bought with his own money, no doubt.
Okay. What about... Yeah,
So
what's the story with
is
this?
the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver. A reliable weapon.
Okay.
It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
Alright, let's go... Yeah, we should test that. I want to see. Can we...
It seems...
Well, apparently I can't... So what I want to do is I want to check the cylinder. I want to... Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to check and see. Okay, so 2 rounds were fired.
Out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
Okay, so the revolver had 2 shots come out of it. Simultaneously, you could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots, as in fact 3 shots were made. At first, a single shot was fired, then 2 guns fired simultaneously directly after. Or he could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots that they were made from different points in Half Moon. I don't think so, because if we look at how they fell, like, unless one of them, like, twisted on their heel as they died, there is no way. Yeah, like, he would have had to be in between them then. Kenneth Butler and Brian Vercotti were the victims of a double murder carried out by one person. Okay. What? Oh, hang on. Okay. Compelling evidence. The witness testimonies in the crime clearly point to one possible culprit, Leighton Chapman. So... Yeah, there's not... I don't necessarily think the kid did it. Unless he just happened to be in a position where he was found guilty just by chance. Alright. Mr. Chapman, we need to have a word with you.
Escort this suspect for interrogation. Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
Okay, so first things first, let's check him out. So obviously the scar is a big deal. Looks like he has a black eye as well. Okay. Alright, so he's a little hot-headed. Huh, okay, so he has a job as an office clerk. Interesting. Surprising. Oh, and yeah, Westgate Prison. So he's been to prison before. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, what's your story then, Chapman?
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work, and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw two men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
Okay.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
Okay, continue.
Interesting. Pray, continue.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man.
Okay, so what can you tell me about the third man?
Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps... It's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
Okay, so why follow him?
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
Okay, what about the Westgate prisoners thing? That's a tie.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, so what is the relationship with Mr. Vercotti?
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Alright. So let me see. Old acquaintance and 2 victims, maybe? So that's, I think, on simultaneous shots. Burglary motive. The search for the missing treasures could be the motive, or the violent crime committed in Half Moon by Leighton Chapman could have had a personal motive. I mean, I don't buy that the kid is somehow like he murdered the dude out of a fit of rage. Well, actually, you know what, though? Hang on. Let me see something here. Yeah, okay, so what does this tell me, then? Imaginary man, the person who Leighton Chapman describes in statements as a figment of his own imagination, created to vindicate himself. I don't necessarily buy that. Huh, no, apparently I can still link something else then. Let's see. Well, if it's not that, then it must be... Huh. Okay, I guess we apparently can't, unless this is the game telling me to... No, damn it, I keep on hitting the wrong button. Unless this is the game telling me to figure something else out. Well, you know what? Okay, let me just go in and assume. Let me assume this is the case. Reenact the crossfire at the Half Moon Street. Yeah, I think... Let's go do that. Because, yeah, something... Possible crossfire. Examine the dead bodies and perform a reenactment. Yeah, let's head down to the pawn shop. I'll do this before I wrap up the video here. Yeah, I guess maybe we could look around for like a bullet hole in the wall. Or some sort of a scuff mark that would indicate. And that would be my first indication if they suggested the idea could be that a third shot was made. Yeah, alright, let's head here. So, let's try to recreate things. What can we do?
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Seems like a bit of an asshole. Alright. Well, let's go ahead. One of the victims possibly fired his gun twice. Find out who it could have been. So let's try... Okay. Well, let's go look up here. Is there...
I'm unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
Alright, can I borrow maybe a walking stick? No. Huh. Yeah, you know what, let me go back and down. Let's just go see. So, if it's not gonna be that, what if it's you? Hold on, damn it.
I am unable...
Yeah, he's unable to lift any higher. Blah. Oh, here we go. Okay, so there's a pole that we can take. I can go ahead and I can hook a lamp onto it. Yeah, let's let me go. Let's go. Yeah, I'm going to assume that you're the shooter. So, am I going to be able to see any damage on the wall? Is that a bullet right there? It's kind of hard. Oh, okay, there is a bullet impact.
A bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
Okay, so a third shot was fired with the 2 victims here. So, crossfire, they both died of crossfire, each holding a gun. One of the guns now missing, or they were the victims of a double murder. So if I select that, that apparently is still somehow consistent. Yeah, no, that still apparently has some inconsistencies. Okay. Let me go see. What else, Really? Nothing else I
It
can
would be
do,
my
huh?
pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
I'll do anything to...
Can I talk to this guy, maybe? Kinda wish I could go check the other wall and see, because yeah, maybe they both did, like, fire at the same time.
That's why it's better to stay at home at night.
Well, he's not wrong. Yeah, let's, God, I mean, I guess. This? Okay, so what does this tell us? Disappearing man, Leighton Chapman's statement regarding the jacketed man who disappeared at Half Moon Street now seems reasonable, as the 3 shots at the crime scene prove the presence of a second gun that is now missing. Yeah, okay. So, what are we gonna need to do? Talk to Constable Morrow and find out if it would have been possible to miss someone hiding in the shadows at the time of the crime. Yeah, Morrow, come here, buddy. We need to have a talk, because I mean, this is pretty fucking dark. Yeah, is it possible you could have missed something?
Constable
I mean,
Marrow, I would value your
I assume it is.
assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
So what, am I gonna have to... We're basically playing a game of hide and seek? Oh, we're playing as him? Okay. Yeah, alright. So, we walk down. Okay.
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Huh, yeah, that was the single worst hiding spot I think I've ever seen. Hello.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
That actually wouldn't have been half bad if he was like... Yeah, if the cop was just sprinting down the road. Yeah, if he had been sprinting and I wasn't like, you know, kind of consciously looking. Yeah, he actually in theory could have hid. Underneath there, maybe? No, I don't see him under there. I don't see him underneath there, either. You know, it wouldn't be a half-bad spot in, like, a modern place, especially a city with a lot of trash and shit. It would probably be, It would be, like, using a trash bag. Getting, like, a big, oversized contractor trash bag and hiding in it. Huh. Where is Holmes
no, this
now?
is not how I walked at the time.
Okay. So let me go
I should
see.
look for Mr. Holmes here. He's hiding in Half Moon Street.
I wonder if he's up top. Yeah, maybe he is. Maybe he is hiding up high somewhere. Is there a place that he could potentially have gone? Because, yeah, he wouldn't have, Well, I can say I'm not really sure where he is. Not in the dirt. Not in a barrel somewhere. Huh. I actually am not entirely sure. Yeah, where am I supposed to look for him? So would it have been possible? Okay, clearly it would have been possible if he found a place to hide. I assume it's somewhere down here, but... Yeah, there he is.
Mr.
Okay.
Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is
Oh, I don't know if
obvious
that's
now
necessary.
No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
Okay, so what does that tell me then? Okay. up the walls. If we can assume there was one more person at Half Moon Street at the time of the crime, there's no way forward or back, only up. Let us reenact the action, recreate the fireworks, describe it to Leighton, and attempt to climb the wall. Okay, so if I need to do that,
It would be my...
find the flare gun and climbing equipment. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is end the video here, and next time it looks like we're going to go start climbing some walls and using ourselves a flare gun. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you next time.